Number 4, we have 3 different configuration of grid lines. And it says, shown above are 3 squares divided into rows and columns of smaller squares. If a square with side length 50 were divided into 1 by 1 squares like those shown above, and all but those along the outermost border were shaded, how many squares in that figure would be shaded? So they probably are giving us some sort of pattern here, because they're definitely not going to make us count all of the different squares in a 50 by 50 grid. So we're going to start off with the 3 by 3. In the 3 by 3, we're only going to shade in 1 square. The reason why is because they told us that we're only shading in squares that don't touch the outer edge of the grid. So the only box in that 3 by 3 that doesn't touch the outer edge is that middle one. Then if we up it to a 4 by 4, we're going to be shading in 4 squares. If we then go up to 5, we're going to be shading in 9 squares. And what you want to realize is that in each one of these there's a pattern. The way we determine how many squares we are going to shade in is you take the length of a side, which in this case is 5, and you subtract 2 from it. 1 from this top and 1 from this end. So that's going to be 3. And you're going to do that for both sides. Then to get the total number of squares, it's going to be 3 by 3, which in this case is 9. Same thing here. We had 4 boxes. If you subtract 2, you're left with 2 by 2, and that multiplies to give you 4 squares, which is correct. For 3, 3 minus 2 is 1, and then if you subtract that, you're going to be left with 1 and 1, and that's the case here. So for a 50 by 50, you're going to be left with 50 minus 2, which is 48, times 48. And that is going to be the number of squares in that figure. So the answer is going to be answer choice B, which is 48 squared.